Senior year can be described as the most fun and independent year of high school. Breaking the senior poster and crowding in the middle of the gym, going to senior ball on a boat, and just being the big kids on campus is a feeling that not a lot of people would choose to miss out on. But every year, there are a few who do, those who weigh the pros and cons of continuing another year at Monte Vista. Former student Michaela Murphy is one of those people. She graduated a year early last year with a class of 2015 instead of 2016.
One of my teachers kind of told me to consider auditioning for the professional training program. It's because I was a junior at that point. They were like, the earlier you graduate, the more your audition the more recent it is and the more relevant it is, and the more they could offer in scholarship money. At that point, I was really set on studying theater and acting, so it made sense to get out early and go there. So that, I guess, wasn't why I ended up finishing everything, but that's definitely why I started.
Students I've worked with in the past maybe have certain talents that necessarily aren't academic, and having them get finished early and getting out with the career or going to a specialized post-secondary program, whether it's college or just a program, can be really helpful for their career.
In order to graduate early, students still need to pass mandatory tests and take the required classes to fulfill their minimum credit of 2,200, whether it be taking classes at a community college or, in Michaela's case, doing them online.
Typically, if you're a junior, you're already in a U.S. history class and an English class, and then if you're trying to graduate early, you typically would have to take another English class and another history class on top of it. So I just think workload-wise, it could be a little bit tough.
It'll kind of consume you a little bit, time-wise. So it's hard, I guess, in that regard. But it's also difficult, emotionally, preparing to, leave your friends and family, a year earlier than you normally would have. It was easy for, a while, because it was so, off in the distance. The later it got and the closer I got to finishing, the more difficult, I guess, it became, emotionally wise. It got easier, technically, but it got, harder emotionally because it was real at that point. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I am going to be leaving my family and my friends, and I'll miss them.
That we met sort of the summer before 7th grade. That was when we first met, and we weren't as close as I think we became, but we were friends. My first reaction, I was really worried. I was like, how is she going to manage that? Doing 2 school years at the same time. I was also kind of upset a little bit because I always kind of pictured us having, more time. I thought, we would have at least another year together at Monte Vista. And I let her have her space mostly just because, there's so much work that has to go into that. I not only learned, that she is someone who is so determined and can reach she's just going to find so much success in her life, regardless of what she chooses to do. But I also kind of realized, maybe I should be pushing myself more, taking more initiative to do things because it's possible,
I second-guessed myself a lot along the way, just thinking about, like I said earlier, the opportunities that I could be missing out on. And so I think as soon as I kind of, switched gears into thinking about, the opportunities that are now going to, I guess, be open for me, I'm glad I did it, and I'm really kind of grateful for the people that I had to help me along the way, and I'm excited for the things to come. So